Yo guys, what's up? Coach Tyler D, X Active Health. It's Thursday, which means usually, like today, it was mostly body weight, chest, back, balance, stuff like that. Got me thinking about the stuff we were talking about in the main X Active Challenge group yesterday. A lot of great folks in there, a lot of people been at it for a long time, some new. You're always invited, but every day we usually do a theme of the day or something like that for the most part. And yesterday was Words of Wisdom Wednesday. Might sound cheesy, but we're sharing words of advice. I asked everybody to share some of the best advice they've ever gotten. And there was some great things on there. A lot of it about nutrition and a lot of it just about sticking with it and staying consistent and everything like that. And it's just, I've been thinking ever since about the one that I posted, because it's something I really hadn't thought about in a while. And it was something that my wife, Kelly, actually shared with me when I was in the third time that I tried P90X. I was about 4 weeks into it. I was sitting at the kitchen table and I was feeling sorry for myself. I was sitting there whining, complaining. I was sore, wasn't seeing no results, just still felt like the fat guy. Just felt like I was wasting my time, and I just told her I'm gonna quit. And she just told me, she was like, it takes 5 to 6 weeks from the day you start. It takes 5 to 6 weeks before you start noticing changes. And you're this close. You're 4 weeks into it, you are this close. If you give up now, just like the last 2 times, you're never gonna see it. And then you might never start over, or you're gonna have to start over again and go through all these 4 weeks again. You're this close. You gotta always keep in mind, you didn't get where you're at, whether you're overweight or you're on blood pressure medicine or just wherever you're at in life with your health. You didn't get there overnight. You didn't just go to bed one night fit and healthy and wake up in that state. It took a long time to get that way. It was small choices. It was Whopper Wednesdays and this and, overeating and whatever it is that got you where you're currently at with your health that you're not happy with. It didn't happen overnight. And the same thing goes for undoing it and getting fit and losing weight and getting in smaller pants and lowering your blood pressure and getting off meds and passing the physical when you go see your doctor. And it's going to take a while, but you got to stay consistent. You can't give up. Every time you give up, you start over. And the very instant in your mind that you start to consider giving up, it's over. You just started over. You just started over. Because once you give up in here, it's done, man. It's done. Stuff's gonna happen along the way. A lot of it was talking about how people in the group, in the past, something they've overcome is, they'll go, let's say, a week and they'll eat clean and they'll feel really good, and then they'll screw up on the weekends or something and have a bad meal, and then they're like, oh, to hell with it. That's silly, dude. That's silly. Don't do that. I'm so proud of those people that finally overcame that, because doing something like that, it's 90-10. Stuff's gonna happen. You're a human being, and plus, once you get to a certain point, you're gonna plateau, and shaking things up in your meals is a good thing. So to eat 10 good meals and then have one bad one and think, oh, to hell with it, that's silly. That's like driving down the road and getting one flat tire and getting out and taking a knife and putting a slit in the other 3. Oh, I got one flat tire, might as well just pop the other 3. Come on now. It's that kind of mindset. Shake it off, dude. The thing about eating, which is different than like an alcoholic or something that I face, is an alcoholic and a drug addict, even though it's not quite as simple as just stopping that activity, it sort of is. An alcoholic can just quit drinking alcohol. A food addict can't stop eating food, which just makes it so crazy hard, because that means multiple times every single day you have to make a smart choice. You have to become disciplined and committed and remember why you're doing what you're doing. And that's the real deal. Anybody can show up for 30 minutes or an hour out of 24 hours in a day and do a workout. Damn near anybody can do that. But to be mindful the other 23 hours of the day and make smart choices and get enough sleep, that's where the real discipline is. That's what separates the people that accomplish stuff from the people that don't. From the ones that just wish they could and the ones that actually do it. So okay, it's 5 minutes now. I've been ranting. I'm so passionate about this stuff, man. It changed my whole life, saved my marriage, saved my kids. You know, just learning how to change the way I think and to just show up every day. Just show up. Whether it's 10 minutes. I don't care if you go for a walk around the block and drink an extra glass of water. That's something. That's a start. Do what you can with what you got. Progress. Work towards it. As always, I invite you to the X Active Challenge group. Next one starting the next Monday, January 4th, 2016. Love to have you. But anyway, I appreciate you taking time to listen to my thoughts. Leave some comments and some feedback. X Active Health. I appreciate it, guys. Have a blessed day.